Andrew Clennell.
Treasurer Andrew Clennell, Sky News.
Got a big grin on your face, Andrew. That troubles me.
With unemployment at 3.5%, it seems in the vast majority of cases, if you want a job, you can get a job. So why do people on the dole get more money from the government out of this budget, but not a household on more than $160K a year who, for example, don't get the electricity bill relief? What do you say to those working full-time about why those on the dole get relief but they don't? And if the answer is stage 3 tax cuts next year, why were you seemingly too ashamed of them to mention them in the budget?
Well, they weren't mentioned in the budget for the reason that I just gave in response to Katina's question. That's the first point. The second point is that a key feature and a welcome feature of our social security system is that more help goes to the people of the most modest means. That's a feature of social security. The third part of an answer to your question, and I've got it, in fairness, I've got it from a number of you around the room last night and this morning as well, because we've demonstrated, as Laura said, frankly, in her piece last night, that we haven't had to choose between budget responsibility and compassion for the most vulnerable people, that we've shown responsibility and compassion and empathy. Because we've done that and prioritised the people doing it toughest, I understand that people will ask what's in the budget for Middle Australia, and I'm so proud to get that question and pleased to get that question, because a key part of getting the wages moving again in this country after a decade of stagnation is about Middle Australia. So much of what we're doing in strengthening Medicare is about Middle Australia. So much of what we're doing in making medicines cheaper, so much of the benefit from the price caps in the energy market are flowing through to Middle Australia. The cheaper early childhood education, which some of you have given us stick for being too generous to Middle Australia, that will be a game changer for working parents when that comes in on the 1st of July. There is so much that we're doing for Middle Australia in this budget, but when it comes to social security, I think there are good reasons why we prioritise the most vulnerable. And I'm not associating you necessarily with a piece of madness that I heard from Angus Taylor yesterday, but we're in the same general area when he told David Lipson that what worried him about our changes in social security was that it meant that the broader Australian community would be funding help for the most vulnerable. Well, that is the whole basis of social security. I mean, that is the whole basis of social security. And I think that our country is better, frankly, than the kind of downward envy that we hear about from time to time from people like Angus Taylor. I think the broader Australian community, they want a bit of help. They're getting help from us in the budget, but I think that there is a generosity inherent in the Australian character that says if you are doing it the toughest, you need the most help.